In its first 3 years of existence, the Selects Academy girls hockey program at Bishop Kearney High School, or Selects at BK, sent 20 players on to 4-year hockey programs, including 13 at the Division I level. The current Selects roster has 23 college commitments. Included in that number are 3 players who will continue their academic and athletic careers in the Ivy League. Mia Cohen, Ellie Ryder, and Ashley Messier will all play at different Ivy League schools next season. Cohen, a native of Clayton, New York, will attend Princeton.
Princeton's campus is beautiful. It's very antique. The type of vibes you get are antique. So I guess it was just walking around seeing all the big brick buildings, and the weather's beautiful there. But I mean, it doesn't get much more beautiful than that campus. So that was definitely another thing that drew me to Princeton. So I'm a little nervous because I know the academics are, obviously second to none. But for me, it just looks a lot like studying and then getting back on the ice. And then other than that, I'm not sure what will fall in between. But I have a pretty good picture. I know it's going to be a lot of work, but I'm looking forward to it.
Ryder, from Denver, Colorado, will lace them up for Yale.
It was incredible. I was deciding between a few schools, but Yale just kind of clicked for me, and the coaches, there's new coaches now, but the coaches at the time really sold it for me and just felt like the best fit. So the first time I visited, I went a day early, and then I did the camp there, and the whole thing was just like, it was just incredible. The weather was perfect, which is kind of something that I focus on, is like the sun, and it was always sunny there. And I guess just the whole idea that Yale can give me both hockey and academics made it seem like a perfect fit for me. So it wasn't necessarily like anything specific about the hockey program, but that it was the whole package.
Messier, a Saskatchewan native, will continue her career at Cornell.
Well, obviously really exciting. That was definitely like a reason I wanted to go there, is knowing like an Ivy League education was always something that I thought was a super cool opportunity, and hockey kind of gave me that opportunity. So yeah, I'm super excited, and it's just a perfect fit for me, the mix of academics and hockey, so I'm really looking forward to it. When I walked into Lina rink, it felt homey. Like where I'm from, like Saskatchewan, that's kind of what the rinks are like. They're like barns, they're old, and they're just, I don't know. It just kind of hit home for me, and I was like, yeah, this is where I want to be. On top of everything else that was great about it, I just knew that was where I wanted to be, so yeah.
And the recruitment process?
So it started my freshman year, which is a little different because the rule changed this year, so I think it's like junior years when they can start talking to you, but for me it's freshman year. I just talked on the phone with them a few times and then scheduled a visit to the campus, got to the campus, and then after a few more times of them watching me, they offered me the spot, and then it was obviously up to me at that point whether I took it or not, but they offered me my sophomore year.
The first time, I think I was pretty young. It was like 7th or 8th grade. And it was just kind of a brief interaction with one of the coaches. And then they started contacting me more at the beginning of freshman year, and then kind of sporadically throughout that year. And then heavily during the summer, and then I committed before sophomore year.
I wouldn't say it was too overwhelming. It was a lot, like, to make sure that I kind of made it a priority. It was kind of during the summertime, and I was 15 and just like at home for the summer with my family again, and I kind of wasn't I was very invested into it, but I didn't realize how much of a priority I needed to make sure I made a good impression and kept who I was talking to all together and stuff. So it was a little difficult, but it wasn't too bad. It was a very interesting experience. So.
We're in the rinks a lot in the off season, whether it's coaching Selects hockey teams overseas in Europe, or for me, I've been involved in the national camp process for over 10 years now, and was fortunate enough to work on the U18 team in 2015. So I've been part of that process and been at those camps and met a lot of players and built some really good relationships. And then from there, the admissions process takes care of the rest. So it's, yeah, there's a fair amount. It's a little bit like collegiate coaching like I was in before. We are on the road a little bit, but when because of the success of our program, it's definitely helped that we get a lot of interest from a lot of aspiring players.
The prospect of attending an Ivy League school?
And obviously people, were in my ear saying that to me at the same time. And I think I knew that's what I wanted, but then there's always the decision to go somewhere closer to home because there's schools closer to home, and they aren't Ivy League. So, but I think I always knew deep down Ivy League was something I wanted to achieve. So,
teammates now, they will be rivals for the next 4 years.
We have talked about it, but mostly it's been about how we're excited that we're going to get to see each other so often, because it's, with a lot of the other girls, it's different leagues, and it's going to be like we won't play each other as much, you know, we're not in the same conference. So, but it's really cool that we'll get to see each other regular season games and quite often. That's most of what we've talked about.
Obviously, we compete now against each other, but it'll be even more intense in college, but I think will be fun, and it'll be fun to see each other after the game and stuff.
Sure. Brent Hill is in his third year as a director of the Selects at BK program. Getting an up-close view to the program's success is something Hill doesn't take for granted.
Yeah, early on, it was, when I first got to Bishop Kearney, realized what they had as a setup academically in terms of being able to challenge students and also support students. It sets hockey players up and serious athletes up really well, especially in our schedule, where there's times within their days, almost like a college structure, where they can get some work done. And then in the evening, we have pretty set study hall time. So what I found in my 3 years here is our students are as serious in the classroom as they are on the ice, and it goes hand in hand. But it is impressive what they're accomplishing right now. Recently checked the overall average, and it's just above a 95. So pretty awesome stuff happening in the classroom. You know, it is a lot of work, and, you know, I think it's like parenting at times. You know, some of the hard moments and hard days pay off, you know, looking back, and, you know, you're walking through the rinks right now, seeing some of those moments, but so worth it. The challenges make everyone stronger, and we push, like we work every day. We work, you know, the girls are waking up, getting their shots in, stick handling, figuring it out at night as well. Like we just talked about, time for academics, but in terms of, you know, the day-to-day and how quick it's grown, it's been awesome. It's been very self-rewarding to be a part of this group and work with such aspiring young hockey players, and to work with great staff that we've had here. And the constant thing I keep hearing is we are so prepared coming in, and a lot of the girls say we actually feel like we did more work in Selects Academy than we do in college right now, and they're looking for that extra stuff, and that's what we hope for. You know, any great athlete we've ever known, their whole schedule revolves around, you know, taking care of their lives first, and if they're students, taking care of homework and the work, but finding time to be great outside of what they're doing. And that's what we're trying to encourage. Is it takes more than just the regular practices to be a world-class hockey player. It takes extra stuff during the week.
One former and 3 current players represented the United States last December at the IIHF World Championship in Slovakia. Current players Hallie Wynn from Webster, Carolyn Harvey, and Kirsten Sims, along with Fairport's Kiera Zanon, were a part of the team that took the U18 gold medal. The program's role in helping to move players on to college careers?
They helped me with everything, because from the start I was just a young freshman who didn't have a ton of experience and stuff, so throughout the entire 4 years they've helped me develop my skills on and off the ice and made me a better person. Literally, they've given me everything I have.
I knew how he ran things, and I knew that this would help me get to the next level. So I think it has helped with that role, in the sense that I'll be going into university prepared, and I can trust in the training I'm getting here for that. So
this program has, you know, such a huge name in the girls hockey world, so it's obviously very nice to be able to say you played for Selects Academy when you're talking to college coaches, because they know exactly who you're playing for. And they like Selects Academy players, to be honest. So, you know, they breed, you know, Division I women's hockey players here. So you can't go wrong with coming here if that's what your end goal is.
From the Bill Gray's Iceplex, this is Paul Gotham with the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College.